Hi, I'm Maggie Cassella, an expatriated American Canadian citizen living in Toronto, Ontario, Canada. Now, to all my American friends who keep saying to me, if insert right-wing nut cuckoo bing bong name here gets elected, I'm going to move to Canada, I just want to say this about that. Are you? Are you really? How? How are you going to move to Canada? Are you just going to pack up your little Prius, drive across the border, I don't know, get an apartment on Craigslist and find a job? Because you know it's not that easy, right? So I'm going to give you 5 things you need to know if you want to move to Canada. Number 1, you need to get across the border. So you need a passport. Do you even have a passport? Because this is how many of you don't have passports. Number 2, you need a place to live. And depending upon where in Canada you decide to live, that could be a very expensive proposition. Except for maybe up here, way up here, cold. Number 3, you need a job. Because you know that house you don't have? You're going to have to find a way to pay for it. And guess what? They ain't going to give you money. Number 4, you need to immigrate. That means you, person from the United States, would be an immigrant. Although the way the shiz is flowing down there, you might actually be able to get in with refugee status. Number 5, even if you manage to pull all that off, you haven't said where. Where are you going to move to in Canada? Canada's a big-ass country. Do you even know that Canada has 10 provinces and 3 territories? Because you're going to need to know that little factoid for your citizenship test. So you got to choose where you're going to land. Let's review. West Coast. It's kind of beautiful. I mean, they've got everything. Oceans, mountains, rain, fire, earthquakes, mudslides, and some excellent bud. You like it flat? Perhaps the prairies are for you, or you could watch your dog run away for 2 days. Maybe you want that slight Texas feel with just a soupçon less homophobia. Then, my friends, Alberta is for you. Forget Ontario, forget it. Like half the population lives here, it's already too crowded, you're not moving to Ontario, move along. But if your French is très bien, then you might take that there Prius and move to Quebec. And you know what? The East Coast is actually advertising. There may not be a ton of jobs, but Cape Breton wants you. Okay, even if all that fails, you could try the northernmost territories, because there's an awful lot of land up there without a lot of people on it. You might be able to sneak in. You gotta be super careful, because the first time you go for some southern loving with your honey, maybe the last time, because it's tongue-sticking cold up there. Oh my goodness, I've gone down and I can't get up. So my ex-fellow Americans, let me summarize. In order to move to Canada, you have to file a shit ton of paperwork, get the government's okay, find a job, find a place to live, and not bitch and moan when you realize you're paying a hell of a lot more taxes so that everybody can have health care. Now, if you'd started that process maybe 3 or 4 years ago, you might have been able to dodge the bullet should that humongous D-bag you're so afraid of become president. Short of having done that, you're probably SOL. So please, stop saying it. Besides, no matter who your next president is, our Prime Minister will always be hotter and probably more likable. Because he's Canadian, eh?
While Maggie Cassella is licensed to practice law, this video is not intended as legal advice. It takes a shit ton more work to immigrate to Canada than just following this video. But if you don't know that, you probably wouldn't pass the test to get in anyway.